All right, Thursday, September 1st, and I am 25 minutes into this trail hike. This is the Bishop Pass Trail, the one I came out on Monday with Lily, and headed back. So it's going to be all day. It took 9 hours to get out. Probably take about the same to get back. Even just because partly I've got a heavier pack, a little more food, and I've been off trail a couple of days, so you're gonna notice I took a picture of Lily. I saw her this morning. I was waiting for the bus to come here, and lo and behold, she was on the bus, Eastern Sierra Transit System bus. She was headed to Reno, same bus I took in May. So I had a chance to see her again, and there's a picture of her just before this video that you're going to see. And I also took a video from the parking lot where the bus picks people up, so you can see what it looks like with the Sierras in the background. So I had a couple days off, and kind of rested up, got my legs back, although I can feel it right now, because it'll be uphill here for about 5 miles and then downhill for 6. So feeling not too bad though. And it's funny, the transit bus that took us here, it was all electric, an electric Ford Transit. And it was only the second trip it had made up here, and it was used 49% of its energy to get up the 30 minutes. So, but it made it, and I made it. And by the way, on the 2 days off, the steak that JD talked about was really good. One of the better I've ever had. This is one of the lakes on the Bishop Pass Trail, and there's the pass up ahead. I should have mentioned earlier, I think it's going to be really busy the next few days. It's Labor Day coming up, and so there'll be a lot of hikers doing loops around here, I'm sure. And why wouldn't you, to see views like this? Okay, so I'm starting to climb up a steeper section of Bishop Pass. I'm not at the top yet. You can see a hiker going down from where I just came up. And where I'm headed is up and down. You can see there's a switchback ahead of me. That's where I'm going. And then switchbacks go all the way up there. Now I don't know if you can see from the camera, but there's a bit of a sign of an avalanche. And there's more evidence down here, and one of the reasons I'm filming is because of the evidence. There's bones all over these switchbacks, and we noticed these coming down, Lily and I, but I'd already heard the story about these bones and the reason they're here. And so apparently a few years ago, one winter time, a snow shelf gave way with deer on top of the shelf. And I don't know how many, it could have been 2, could have been 10, but down they came, and this was their demise. And after a few years, there's just bones left, of course. There's a little bit of hide. There's no skulls. I'm sure people collected those and took them home. But just one of those interesting, kind of tragic stories, of course, for the animals. But that's nature. Okay, so I'm back at the campground I was at on Sunday night, except I'm in a different spot. That's where I was Sunday night. Those guys were here today, obviously, before I got here. So I'm over in this site, and it's all right. I've set up my tent. Gonna have something to eat, and then relax. So right now, I'm just soaking some quinoa, and I'll heat it up here shortly. This is my bear can. That's got all my food in it for the next week. The last week, 7 nights, I had all my food in there. All the garbage that goes in there. Medication, toothpaste, anything that gives an odor. And I managed to do that. So anyway, I should be all right for the next week. A couple of changes I made. There's a gas canister that's going empty, so I brought another one. So that's one change I made from the last week. The other change I made was I got rid of my toque, didn't need it, and also some tights, didn't need them. They weren't much weight, but I pulled them out anyway. And the other thing I did is I bought one of these. Hope I never need it. And excuse me, there was a bug on my face. It's a splint, but you hear it all the time: broken arms, broken legs, broken ankles. So I thought, who knows? I helped that girl the other day, so fortunately she didn't have anything broken, but it's possible. It's not that much. I mean, it doesn't weigh that much. So yeah, this is it tonight. Now I'm actually back on the PCT. 11.8 miles. We did it in 9 hours on Monday, and I did it in just over 8 hours today. So I'm feeling it a bit. 12 miles almost. But I guess it's good to be back on the PCT, and I'll be heading north tomorrow morning. Alright, how's this for a view? There's the trail I'm going up. I'm partway up Muir Pass. It's about 9:20 on September 2nd. I'm hiking for a couple of hours. And that's where I came from. And I still got a ways to go to get to the top. But hard to not stop and take in the view. About 10:30, I'm still on Muir Pass. I'm not at the top yet. But this is what I've got next. That's Helen Lake. And I'm headed that way. And then up there. Yahoo! So, slight correction. I was saying earlier when I was down by the lake I was going that way, when actually making a bit of a left turn and going up there. And you can kind of see the V notch. That's where everybody's been coming down that I've seen so far. So you never can tell. You think you know where you're going, but really just keep following the trail till it takes you there. So a little earlier I showed you Helen Lake. Well, nope. I've had another lake since, and now this one, and this is Helen Lake. And the pass is over there. Definitely, I think. I'll let you know. Well, it's 4:45. I stopped here about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. That's where I came from, Muir Pass. Did 12 and a half miles today. I could have gone further because there's more campsites further ahead, but that 12 and a half miles took a real beating on me, especially the first part getting up to the hut. And this isn't a bad spot. Evolution Lake it's called. Kind of a pretty spot, so why not? And then the other reason is it's been cloudy all day, but these clouds look like they might rain, so I want to be prepared. I don't want to be hiking and having to set everything up in the rain. So here I am. And tomorrow is mostly downhill, so we'll see what kind of trail that is, but should be easier than today.